Hi, my name is Wasim. Today I will show you how to implement an if function in Excel. If function is the most popular function in Excel. It's used to perform logical decisions. The function has three parts: a logical test which will return only true or false, action when the logical test is true, and the action when the logical test returns false. A logical test compares two data elements of same types and returns true or false. Data elements can be numbers, strings, or dates, as an example. Here is an example of the logical test comparing numbers. For example, 1 equal 1 will return true, as we have used the equal sign, which is the equal operator, to compare two values. And if the values are 1 equals 0, this will return false. There are a number of logical operators that you can use to build the logical tests. Here is a list of all the logical operators. The equal operator, where both sides' values have to match, then it will return true. The not equal operator is written with two symbols. It will return true if the left and right side values do not match. Greater than operator returns true if the left side value is greater than the right side value. Then is the less than operator. It returns true if the left side value is less than the right side value. Greater than or equal to operator is also written with two symbols because there is no single operator to represent greater than or equal to condition. It returns true if the left side value is the same as the right or greater than. Less than or equal to operator returns true if the left side value is the same as the right side or less than. When the if function is executed by Excel, the very first thing will be to evaluate the logical test condition. If the logical test returns true, the value when true will be executed next. The other part, which is the value if not true, will be ignored. It will not be executed. However, if the logical test returns false, then value when false part will be executed, and the value if true part will be ignored. Here is the if function syntax. When entering a formula in Excel, you must start it with an equal symbol. It tells Excel that we are entering a formula into a cell. Otherwise, Excel will treat it as a normal data and the right results will not be achieved. After the equal sign, you need to type in the function name, followed by an opening bracket, because the function will take all its parameters within the open and closing brackets. Another thing to remember is that each part of the parameters or each parameter will be separated by a comma. Now let's see how to implement the function in the Excel application. Hi, now I'm going to demonstrate how to implement the if function in Excel. In this exercise, we will first work out the discount for the sale in column D and then calculate the final due payment in the total column E. Let's now build the formula. I will create my first formula in cell D4 and then later on I will use the autofill function to copy and paste it in the other remaining cells. First, to create a formula in Excel, we must first enter the equal sign. It tells Excel that we are not entering normal data. Instead, we are building a formula or calling a function in a cell. If an equal sign is not present, Excel will treat it as a normal data and function or formula will not work as you are expecting. If you remember, in the earlier part of the video, I showed the Excel if function syntax, which starts with an equal sign. After the equal sign, we need to enter the formula or function name. In our case, I'm building an if function. You will notice as soon as I type the first letter of the function name, Excel will show tips with all possible functions that start with that letter. After entering the function name, we need to enter the open bracket as per the syntax. At this time, you will notice that Excel will show the full syntax of the function in the tips below. Logical test is the first part of the Excel function. It is showing in bold. Let's now enter the logical test part of the function. Here we want to check if the sale value is greater than 100, then calculate the discount of 10%. If the value is not greater than 100, the discount should be 0 or nothing. For the logical test, all we need is to compare the value of cell C4 against the value of 100. Now let's build the logical test. I will select cell C4 first, then type the greater than symbol, followed by the value 100. Next, after the logical test, we need to type in a comma. This will separate the logical test from the next part of the if function. You will notice as soon as I type the comma, the value if true part will be highlighted in bold in the tips area. Value if true part can also be extended by entering other formulas or calling functions which will return some value. Today we will just create a simple formula to calculate 10% of the sales figure. Again, once we have created the formula, we just need to enter the comma to separate it again from the next part. Excel formula execution is intelligent, so it will automatically work out which part of the formula will be calculated first. So I will now just enter the formula to calculate the 10% discount of cell C4. I will use the I5 cell value for the discount number. I'm going to make it a direct reference or fixed reference, so when I copy and paste the formula, that value does not change. After entering the comma, you can see the tooltip is highlighting the last part of the if function. The value if false is now in bold. This part of the function will be executed only if the logical test has returned false. In our case, it will return false if the cell C4 value is less than 101. We want to return the value 0 as we wish to offer 10% discount only if the sale value is greater than 100. At the end, we need to enter the closing bracket. This will complete the formula. To accept the formula, just press the enter key or click on the tick icon in the formula bar. Next, we will now copy the formula created in cell D4 and paste it in the cells below. I will use Excel autofill function. It will be quicker than using the copy and paste feature in this instance. Just move the mouse pointer over the green box in the right side bottom corner of the cell D4. The mouse cursor will change to a plus sign. Just press the left mouse button and while holding the button down, move the mouse or drag it towards the cell D13. Once reached, release the mouse button. The formula will automatically be pasted to all the selected cells. Now we need to calculate the cost, which will be cell C4 take away cell D4. Again, as we are entering a formula, we must start it with an equal sign. Then just type cell reference C4 followed by subtraction symbol and then cell D4 reference. Press enter to accept the changes. Finally, using the autofill function, copy and paste the formula from cell E4 to cells from E5 to E13. Thank you for watching the video.